Why are you so bad? Right boys, today I'm going to be telling you about one of the toughest ever comebacks I've ever had to make on iRacing. Right boys, you joined me just before the grid starts its formation lap. Today we're trying to get that infamous 5k iRating. Starting P8, it does seem possible in this race. However, you might have seen from the thumbnail and starting clips, this race did not go how I was expecting. As you boys might have guessed already, we're on the Red Bull Ring this week. A track infamous for its deadly curbs that can spit you all, give you a first class ticket to the wall if you're not careful. Slight foreshadowing anyway, that may be what happens to us, but you'll see. As we come into the last corner now, we leave a slight gap to the Mustang ahead in hopes of getting a good run onto him into turn 1. However, it doesn't really pay off, and as we cross the line, things are pretty much level. As we dive into turn 1, I look for a gap on the outside, yet get cut off before I can act on the move. So instead, we take the racing line, meaning we can prioritise corner exit. Now latched onto the bumper, as we race up the hill into turn 3, I'm looking for an opportunity to present itself. Once again, the Mustang of Caden denies us room, so once again we look for a better exit. Yet it doesn't really pay off as we get stumped. Right guys, coming out with turn 4 we get a good exit. We slice up the inside of Caden into turn 5. Aim to leave him room on the outside, so we have to slow it down on the apex. He managed to carry the speed around the outside. That's okay, he knows we're there now. He knows we'll make moves. He knows we're a threat. And just come out that corner now, we get an amazing run. We try to go around the outside, one of the fastest corners on the track. Let's see what happens. Of course I get barged out onto the curbs. To be fair, that's pretty much expected because it's such a ridiculous idea to go around the outside there. Whether we try and get maximum rotation out in the last corner, how we dip the wheels onto the curbs, lose the rear end, try and keep it out of everyone's path, slam on the brakes, wheels locked up, losing so many positions, 20 cars come flying past us, right to the back of the field. This is not what we want to hear when we're trying to get to 5k iRating. Back down to basically P last. This guy, well at the back, to add salt into our wounds, just forces off the track, and to make things even worse, we get a 1 second penalty slowdown. As if things couldn't get anything worse, that is what happens to us. As you can imagine, I'm pretty disappointed at this point. I managed to keep my head calm. No, we have the pace to get back through the field. Let's just see what we can do. And this is where the comeback story begins, guys. Right guys, we're going to have a quick look replay at what happened at last corner. We just carried too much speed onto the curb, take too much curb, too fast for the tyres. The tyres are too cold this early in the race. We're not even 1 lap in, I can't be taking that much curb. So many cars come flying past. As much as I'm angry right now, I know it's not game over. I know we have the pace, like I said. This bloody Mustang, I think he has other ideas. He has no intention of making that corner while leaving me space. We get forced off the track, 1 second slow down. It's just one of those things, to be honest. We get off the line, serve it. It's just better to get it over and done with. We don't want to interfere with anyone else's line. We're not that type of racer. Anyway, if you come into the next lap, you can see we dropped to P23, losing 92 iRating. I'm not staying here. I'm slicing up the inside of this guy. Convicted move. We know our goal. He does not really let us through. We get glued to him. As you can see, we're like steering right to get away. I'm quite frustrated because I'm thinking this dude must know I'm so much faster. Why is he still side by side? But luckily, he doesn't really fight it. I'm on the inside. I know I've got the move covered. We park it on the apex. Doesn't really fight it. Clean move. Let's try and get the Mustang ahead. Anyway guys, next lap we get onto the bumper of the Mustang. I don't know if this guy's going to try and wipe me out again. I don't know what he's going to do. It's 2 wide up ahead. I'm going to try and make it 3 wide, maybe 4 wide. Go left, go right, dive up the inside of the Mustang. That's one position. He doesn't really fight it. He lets us go. Can we make up any more positions? These guys still going 2 wide. Left another each of space. Let's see what we can do into turn 4. It'll be dodgy send from this far back this early in the race. I have a quick look down the inside. I know it'd just be a bit reckless to go up the inside, so I just leave it. Prioritise exit. Go right on this guy's bumper. He has a bit of a wobble on the exit. We're side by side into turn 5. How can we get past? Try and go round the outside. Leave him just enough room. Carry insane speed. That is why I should be a 5k driver, guys. Round the outside, one of the toughest corners on the track. Left him enough room. Perfectly clean move. 2 moves in half the track. Awesome racing. Awesome. Right guys, now we've got our sights focused on the guy ahead. I'm feeling confident in the car. We've got no damage. I'm pushing like crazy. Track feels nice. I'm feeling confident. Let's see what we can do. We're faster basically everywhere on the track, so I'm just looking for a move from this guy. Coming out with turn 1, looks like we get a mega run. This could be our third, I think this is our third, fourth move into turn 3 this race. It's only about lap 4 as well. He goes slightly defensive, I guess. We're going up the inside no matter what. He kind of basically just lets us through. That's good sportsmanship. He knows we're faster. He knows we're quicker. He knows we have more pace. He knows we can drag him up to the train ahead. Basically, he knows I should be a 5k driver. He knows I'm on a mission this race. I go slightly defensive because I did not want to let this guy back pass through. He tries something around the outside. I guess break a bit early. He doesn't try holding it around the outside. If you try and hold it around the outside there, you basically get him ran off the road. That's not bad driving. That's basically what everyone does around here. You just gotta know what it is like, and you gotta know that's how it goes. Right, I must admit guys, these next trainer cars take us a while to catch up. Once we do, there's no hanging about from me, of course. We're on the bump of this guy ahead. Should we send it? I have a look. He doesn't really defend it. I make him go so deep into that corner. That was a good feint. We don't really get the exit from it though. Let's see what we can do. We're not really close enough to have a lunge. Once again, I fake it because I know we can easily be fussed at this dude. We gained time through there. That was one of my strongest corners on the track all week, to be honest. Once again, through here, prioritise the exit. We, of course, get a mega exit. He goes deep. I'm not waiting around. This is always a risky move to go into here. It's quite frowned upon to go in here. But if you pull it off, you're sound. He's on the outside. There's no chance he's hanging around the outside. Backs out of it, as he should. Good racing. Now, catching the guys ahead. Let's go. Once again guys, a few laps later on the bumper of P17, we've moved up quite a few positions since that instant on the end of lap 1. This guy, he's squeezing me off the track here. I'm not sure what he's fighting this early into the race. We slice up the inside. That's what we like to see. One the start and clips you saw at the start. He gets a good exit. Outside that corner, always gets a good exit. I'm being a bit cheeky there. I'm giving him a bit of a rub. I won this move though. I don't know why he's fighting it. It always annoys me when these guys just have low racing IQ guys who fight faster guys this early into the race as well. But we're on the inside. This guy, you can tell, he still tries fighting it. We do get a good run though. He's still there. I'm thinking, oh, what's he doing? But eventually just backs out of it. He actually thinks better of it. So now we just have to catch these guys ahead. We're in P17 now. We've made up about 8 positions since that lap 1 incident. It's pretty good going, but I'm hungry for more. I want more. The one thing I will say is, I'm not tyre saving or fuel saving at this point. Throughout the week, you could save a tiny bit of fuel to go 1 extra lap, but this is just out the window at this point. It's just make up as many positions as possible. And tyre saving was the same thing as well. Especially after I came out the pit, I noticed my tyres were pretty much done, but I think it's worth it because I was just pushing like crazy. My pace was good. I was just capitalising on it. I was having a bit of fun as well, cutting through the traffic. This is like a lot what racing is about, so yeah, it's good fun. Let's try and catch the guys ahead. Coming on to this next 2 laps later, I think boys are looking for our 5th or 6th move into turn 3. Late move, so he doesn't really expect it. We go up the inside, We have to slow down loads because the guys ahead decide to be parked on the apex. Like I mentioned before, it's hard to get a good run on when you're on the inside coming out of turn 3. But he does get the run, but we manage to stay in his bumper. I don't really want to stay behind him any longer. He's just slightly defensive. We show him what a proper move is. Send it down the inside, park it on the apex. What a move, boys. Let's catch the white Ferrari. Surprisingly, boys, our chase isn't even that long because he parks it coming into the pit entry. I have no clue. He gave me no message to say he's coming in the pit that early into the race as well. Dude's losing so much time. Anyway, we carry on pushing. Let's see if we can catch the guys ahead. Big gap. Tyres are pretty finished. At this point in the race, I'm thinking, can we really catch the guys ahead? It's going to be a difficult one. Of course, we'll keep trying. We've gone up so many places now, boys, so I'm pretty happy with the comeback. Anyway, boys, just to finish my last sentence, we're already right on the bumper of these guys as they're fighting still with like 5 laps before the pit stops. Don't know why these guys are going on it so early. They're all over the place. Ferrari ahead's a bit nuts. I know he mentioned just before the race that he didn't buy a setup, so that's pretty interesting. 5.5k driver. That might explain why he's so far back in the field. But yeah, his pace seemed pretty decent, to be fair. As you guys can see there, he did basically what happened to me a few laps ago. Didn't give me any warning, just basically broke on the racing line on the exit of the corner coming into the pit. So that was quite frustrating. Lost a couple of tenths to avoid a bigger accident, to be honest. But now we have to catch this Mustang ahead. P14 right now, boys. What were we when we crashed out? P27 or something. So up 13 positions already before the pit stops. That's been some crazy comeback if you ask me. If you come across the line less than a lap later, the Mustang head decides to white line it on the main straight. That's a pretty interesting move if you ask me. Not sure what he's playing at. Anyway, we stick on his bumper on the exit at turn 1. I don't know why this guy's defending so early, to be honest. I see why that George Maris guy, the 5.5k driver, pitted early to try and get away from this knucklehead. This guy's white line at this early to dive to the outside, try and get back on the inside. Doesn't work out. We go back to the outside. We know we can get a good exit from the outside. Get a little tap from the guy behind so we don't get the traction we need to get a good run on the guy. However, we're still right on this bumper. This guy's not budging off that white line. Move to the outside. Try and dive down the inside again. We think better of it. Try and prioritise the exit like we've done many times before. Right on this bumper again. We want the inside. That's what we want. That's how we can get through. We spot a gap. We try and go through. Of course, we slice up the inside. That's what we do. Keep it on the racing line. 2 guys behind go side by side. And that is a perfect move, boys. Took us another half a lap. But we get through on a pretty low IQ driver, to be honest. Pretty slow. We still get past him. That's how you be convicted in your moves. As you guys may notice, now we have the fuel low sign on our dashboard. Basically, that means you've got like 3 laps of fuel to go. So I'm just going to fast forward to be coming to the pits now. Guy behind, still on our bumper. We are a bit slower into this pit entry, if I'm honest. There's not really a massive marker for where your brakes, you just have to judge it. I got like 1 second after the little kink on the right. Coming to the pits, just standard pit stop. See where we come out, boys. As you boys may have noticed, we unfortunately did get jumped in the pits by the guy ahead. I think I put in just a tiny bit too much fuel. I wasn't fuel saving at all. The guy could have been fuel saving. I always put in 0.8 of a lap extra of fuel, just in case it goes 1 extra. I can save 0.2 extra lap, if that makes sense. Anyway, we lost the place. It's not the end of the world. Let's see if we can get past him by the end of the race. Everyone's pretty spread out now. Let's see what we can do. Coming out of turn 7, boys, we get a mega run after our great entry into turn 6. We get a great run on Roger ahead. I know we're not going to catch George 2 cars ahead, so I thought we might as well send it. There's no point working with this dude anymore. He basically just lets us through. He might have a bit of hope we'll catch the guys ahead. I know my tyres are done. I know I don't really have the pace anymore. Like I mentioned, I stopped tyre saving well earlier in the race, just trying to get back those places. We're in about P13 now, considering we're about, P26 at the end of lap 1. It's pretty crazy comeback. Half. We lose like 92 Irating, we end up losing like 20, so it's good stuff that, boys. Later on in the race, you might have seen me end up catching the guy ahead after they had a small battle and a couple mistakes, a couple incidents, but my tyres are too done. There's no chance we're going to get past him. I kind of just half defending from Roger behind, half attacking George. And I was, to be honest, I was happy with where we were considering the direction we were facing at the end of lap 1. So, pretty good result, boys. I'd say so. As we're near the end of the race, guys, I just want to say thanks for watching. It's been a pretty good comeback, going from about P25 to about P14. We didn't quite get 5k Irating, but for sure I'm going to push for that later on in the week. Right, boys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. In the end, we'll end up losing that much Irating and that much safety rating. First time editing a video this much, so I would appreciate a like and subscribe, but see you in the next one.